Hello, everyone. What's it really take to be lucky? And why may others call us lucky? And maybe they're looking at us with envy or something like that. They want what we have, but I'm going to go back to a time which I was told that I was lucky. This was back in 10th grade study hall, back when I was in high school. At that time, I played a game of chess with a friend. I won, and someone else who saw the game told me that I should have been beaten, that I was just lucky. Well, personally, I've been astonished. There have been several times in my life when I've been told that I was lucky. People sneered at me that I was just lucky. So, how do you get to be lucky? So, you'll find out in a moment. But in the moment, please click like and subscribe. Um, Take a look at some of the other things I have to say too. This is a Christian channel. I want to warn you that. So I do refer to scripture other times, but there's a lot of other stuff that's basically common ground, common wisdom you can find helpful also. Well, going back to the situation in study hall with the game that I won, I had already beaten my friend a number of times. He'd beaten me too. As a matter of fact, he was instrumental in getting me into chess. But there was a difference that came up over time, and I'll show you the difference. This was the book that he was relying upon. This is probably actually about the same edition he might have had. I pulled this off Amazon. It's still available in used books. I don't know whether it's really being reprinted, but it's a small book. It says How to Play Chess, Condensed and Simplified. It's by Fred Reinfeld, who was one of the authors that we read the most in that day. And book $1.25. Yeah, books were that cheap at one point. You could go to the local bookstore and get them at that type, and sometimes there would be racks of them. And so we have the. This was the book. It was uh, kind of thin, very basic in a lot of ways, but it would give you enough to be able to um, beat pretty easily people who knew the moves but not a whole lot else. So later on, after I first started getting back into chess, it was been at the beginning of the year. The game which I'm speaking of took place probably about the 6 months into the year. I found this book. This is in the old Walden bookstores. They were found in the malls of the United States back in the 1970s to the 1990s. And I found this book much more complete. And there's still a lot in this book which I seem to have given away both of my copies that I had at one point. And I went in this book, gave me a lot more thorough background and start, and dealing with openings and games and things like that. And I went to by the time I played the game which I had spoken of in the beginning here, where I was told that I was lucky, I had been involved in the high school chess team, and we did have a good chess team in high school. Um, this was my sophomore and junior years, 10th and 11th grade here in the U.S. Um, we did have a number of good players on that team, and I started getting involved with stronger players. And I went through this book and some others too. I got some more books on openings over time, and our public library in the town where I grew up, and also the high school, had a number of good chess books in the library too. So basically, it came down to a couple of things: um, reading the books, playing stronger players, um, watching what happened, and profiting and playing a lot of players too. There were a number of friends other than the friend that I had beat when I was told that I was lucky, um, that I had beaten at chess, and I'd been beaten too a number of times. You got to lose a number of games to be good at chess, and know why you lost, and know how to improve. So diligence, applied and persistent wisdom, is a mother of good luck. And that's a quote which goes back. I added the part about applied and persistent wisdom, but back to the 16th century, there's an old saying which goes, "Diligence is the mother of good luck." learning all this, getting yourself a foundation. And there's a quote which is often ascribed to other people, but it seems to come to a man named Coleman Cox. I am a great believer in luck. The harder I work, the more of it I seem to have. And I want to bring you here to the book of Ecclesiastes. And there, the highlighted verse. I don't know how it got off the right page, but if an iron is blunt and one does not sharpen the edge, he must use more strength. In other words, brute force through a problem. But, wisdom, or some translations put skill, helps one to succeed. Wisdom, skill, diligence, diligence, skill, habitual wisdom, practical wisdom in doing stuff, diligence, persistence in doing the right things and applying what you learn. That's where the basis, where people look at you and think that you're lucky. But you may not be. You may just simply be wise, diligent, and skillful working on that. So, if you want to have more luck in your situation, what does diligence look like for you and what you're doing? In your goals, in your life, and what you're doing? What does diligence look like? To improve, to grow, to learn. What does it look like for you? Oh, and by the way, right here, let's see if I can get it on camera. Yeah, I got this is the most valuable player. This happened for my senior year. I became first board on the chess team, undefeated regular play, and we only had 4 games, 2 wins, 2 losses, and unfortunately I did lose in the league playoff, but our team gained the title. And even though I think that the teams the previous 2 years were actually somewhat were better teams in a lot of ways in the quality of the people, we won the title. So that's all I got to say right now. Consider what diligence looks like to you if you want some luck. To be able to work hard, apply what you have, gain the skill, and the more luck you will really seem to have. So thank you for watching. Thank you for considering what I have to say, and I would ask for you to see that that's the path to being better and having luck in your circumstances.